Hey everybody. So I'm back to do a check-in. I missed yesterday, but I had a relatively decent-ish day. I'd say today's starting off about the same as it did yesterday, which I'm still dealing with a lot of fatigue. I would say that the wave has now turned into more of a flare. I think yesterday I was kind of in a dip flare. Today feels more like a flare. I'll kind of describe to you what I mean by all these terminologies, or all these words. Um, so I would say the wave was really acute. It got really acute again, meaning there was a lot of neuropathy, a lot of burning, like extreme sensations, also like mental stuff. My body was really, really fighting this virus. My immune system felt like it was on fire, just fighting this virus off. Um, I think that now it's more like past histamine flares where I'm feeling a lot of fatigue, and just kind of like the high histamine sensations in my body. If you know what those are, you do. If you don't, it's hard to describe. Um, and I'm also still really, really fatigued. So I'm just walking like little bits here and there. I'm definitely not anywhere near like jogging. Prior to all this, I was jogging every day, exercising pretty hard every single day, 7 days a week, like an hour or more every day with no problem, no dips, no boom and bust. Like all of that had passed. The chronic fatigue stuff, all of that had passed. I was able to drink some caffeine, just a little bit, eat anything I wanted. So yeah, I feel like it might just be a couple more weeks of dealing with sort of the aftermath of my body coming back to equilibrium. What I am doing to kind of cope right now is I did my mindfulness meditation group this morning, which is always amazing, highly recommended. I've said this a million times, but finding some kind of meditation practice, I think, is really, if you can, if you're at that stage of your healing, it's just really important to keep the body calm. I've also been knitting. I've got some new yarn, so I'm starting a new project. I also was coloring yesterday, so I started my virtual background here. I started coloring again, and watching TV and just laying low. I also took an hour in bed yesterday where I listened to Soften and Flow, which is a Gupta from the Gupta method. It's one of his meditations. You can actually get it for free with the this app that he has. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. It's called The Meaning of Life. You can download that from the App Store, The Meaning of Life, and then go to the Soften and Flow meditation. And it's a really good meditation if you're feeling a lot of sensations in your body that are really overwhelming, or the fatigue, basically anything. So I did that, laid down and did that meditation. Sometimes I put a little ice pack on my head if I'm feeling really tired. For some reason, I learned that in the chronic fatigue community. It's something that people have used, and it actually has helped me in the past. So I did that. And then I just kind of let myself drift off and sort of like doze a bit. And I felt like that did help me. Not normally a napper, not normally somebody who has to do that, but I felt like it did help my nervous system just continue to calm down and know that I'm safe. And then I had a burger. So one thing I'll say is that there was a way in which I could see myself starting to go back into thinking all these like anxious thoughts about food. Um, and if you have had a lot of food issues, food sensitivities, food allergies through withdrawal, you know, like food can be such a huge issue for us. But as you heal over time, that goes away and you can like eat whatever you want again. And I had been at that place of eating just whatever I wanted. So I could see myself starting to slip backwards into like starting to monitor my food. And I thought, I don't want to go there. Like I'm really an advocate of neural retraining. Like we have, all these different neurons and versions of neurons and ways that they, wire together, fire together, move all through the brain and the body. And we have choices with that. Of course, if you're doing neural retraining around food and you have extreme food issues, then you need to go really, really slow as you retrain. Um, but I already have neural pathways that accept food. I don't need to like go slowly back into retraining. And I thought, I'm just going to eat a burger. I'm going to have a burger with cheese. It was my first time having cheese in like almost 2 weeks, with some sourdough bread, with some mayonnaise. And I'm not going to like analyze this food. I'm not going to think about, oh, this food's going to do this food's going to do that. Because again, that's just going backwards. I don't want to go backwards. I've been loving my life. I want to stay forward focused. So I ate this burger and I tell you, I got energy and I realized I'm still fatigued. I'm still definitely not like back to my normal self. But I realized I had been eating such a restricted diet for the last 2 weeks, like soup and cooked veggies, soup veggies and um, like some toast with a little bit of almond butter. Had been so restrictive that I think I needed some actual like food, and I felt better. And I thought, wow, okay, this is good to know. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely like on the upswing. Knock on wood. I, of course, don't want to like relapse back into anything. So I'm still moving slowly. I did not imagine all of that or make that up. That was a true wave, like acute, like for, I mean, a little while. It was very scary. So I am treading lightly, but also moving forward and also doing the, like I said, the neural retraining is a huge component to getting healthy, I believe, for myself, but very, very low key. Like I personally am a fan of the Gupta method because he incorporates so much meditation and just gentle, like easing into things. Um, and that's what my body needs. So that's my check-in for today. Onwards and upwards. Keep healing, and thank you for listening to me rambling the last few days, and I'll be back soon with another video. Peace.